Is there too much load on you? This time you're the director, producer, actor, choreographer, what all?
No, I think it's a lovely weight. It's like carrying a child. It's never too heavy.
Between the two of you, who takes the creative calls?
No, Ritesh. I don't have a creative bone in my bone. I mean, I'm good with my job. I love my acting.
You have in mind a road ahead. Where do you want to take Mumbai Film Company?
We just want to tell stories that connect to the heart. Is what we want to do when we want to make films.
I've had the good fortune of working with Rajamouli and to seeing a Bahubali as well. Like I did say to, so I've seen that kind of growth.
Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, those industries are the first choice for that state. When it comes to Maharashtra, Hindi film industry or Hindi films are the first choice, and then Marathi films. So there's a lot of struggle.
Whether it was in Marathi or whether it was in Hindi, he would do it the same way. So that meant no compromise at all.
Hi guys, this is Ritesh Deshmukh.
Hi, this is Janelia Deshmukh.
And you're watching Bollywood Hangama.
Ritesh, Janelia, welcome to Bollywood Hangama. Always good to see both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Exciting time. I'll start with you. Is there too much load on you? This time you're the director, producer, actor, choreographer, what all?
No, I think there is. It's a lovely weight. It's like carrying a child. It's never too heavy. You love the weight. You want to carry it. And the beauty of it is that you do it with utmost care and love.
Right.
That's what I would like to say.
I want to ask you, who's between the two of you, who takes the creative calls?
No, Ritesh. I don't have a creative bone in my bone. I mean, I'm good with my job. I love my acting. Like, I think being an actor for me is acting. I really love it. Like like the peripherals of it are actually difficult for me. Like all this dressing up, going out, doing those things are difficult for me. But if you have to give me a role and tell me that creative aspect I can do, but nothing else, whether it's script or it's totally Ritesh. And I think you need to be clear on that. That, just because you're part of the industry, you can't be good in everything. You need to know your strengths and need to know where you don't. So the everything creative is Ritesh.
Ritesh, before I come to the film, I want to talk to you about your vision for Marathi cinema, your vision for your production house. Is there something you have in mind, a road ahead? Where do you want to take Mumbai Film Company?
See, when we started Mumbai Film Company, it started with a dream of trying to do something in regional cinema, that is Marathi cinema.
Right.
We started off with Balak Palak, then we did Yellow. Both were different films, both were unusual films at that point that would happen, and both films didn't have me. So it wasn't that we started films where we were trying to make films for ourselves. Then we did Lay Bhari, which was a great commercial success. Then we went back to doing Faster Fene. We bought the rights of a book and made a film, and it did well for us as a production house, and also again it didn't have me. Then we did Mauli, which at that point was a film that had the most amazing action in terms of Marathi cinema. We worked a lot on that. And again, we just want to tell stories that connect to the heart is what we want to do when we want to make films. I truly believe that in Marathi cinema, there are extremely great filmmakers that tell stories that resonate with the audiences. Also stories that feel like, wow, this is incomparable to world cinema, and they go do the festival rounds, win top awards there, and be it Oscars or Berlin or Cannes or wherever, and there's a lot of that. But at Mumbai Film Company, we want to also understand that for an industry to survive, and especially when you talk about Marathi industry, because we are under the shadow of the Hindi film industry. Elsewhere you have say Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, or Malayalam. They're independent industries, and those industries are the first choice for that state. When it comes to Maharashtra, Hindi film industry or Hindi films are the first choice, and then Marathi films. So there's a lot of struggle even there to be the second choice, because you have 3-4 Hindi films coming. So then where do you stand? So it's important. Why I'm stating all this is because it is important for an industry to have a commercial approach to cinema, because without commerce, an industry cannot survive. For that matter, any industry. You want the GDP of this country to go up, then you want every industry to do well.
Right.
Similarly, if you want the Marathi industry to grow, then it's important that bigger films be made, and that's only possible if people come to the theaters to watch the film. That's only possible if you make good enough films for them to come and watch, because they're spoiled for choices, right? So they have Hindi films, they have dubbed Hollywood films, they have dubbed South films now. So there is a lot of competition there, and how do you make films that can resonate with the Marathi milieu, and how can we get them to the theaters?
Right, Jinlia, you have worked in different industries. What he's trying to do is something bigger here. As a viewer and as an actor, do you also believe that, technology-wise, we have to up the game? That's when people will come to the theaters. Do you see that happening since you worked in the past as well?
Yeah.
Today, when you're on a set of Wade, do you see technology has become better? Things have become better.
Absolutely. I mean, when I started off and when I was doing South films then also, it was a much smaller market. Like today, it's
huge.
bigger or as big as the Hindi film industry. But when we were doing things then also, I saw a whole transition. Like I've had the good fortune of working with Rajamouli and to seeing a Bahubali as well. Like I did say to, so I've seen that kind of growth. In terms of in Marathi cinema, when we do a film. There's obviously a budget constraint because we are just a small market. But having said that, Ritesh was very clear that his first film would be in Marathi. And whether it was in Marathi or whether it was in Hindi, he would do it the same way. So that meant no compromise at all. Like it's not like, because it would be a Hindi film, we would give him more time than a Marathi. We gave him the same amount of time. Now in that, the important thing was to back it up with whatever he dreamt of. So whether it was Unreal Engine, the whole VFX thing, which he'll tell you a lot more about. But the idea being to try your best in every department. So even whether it was hair, makeup, costumes, DOP, lights, the phantom camera being used, everything in terms of what we did in the film, there was effort, there was thought, there was a lot of planning. I personally believe that, budgets fail, films don't fail. So, I mean, you may not make tons of money, but you won't fail if your commerce is right or if your planning is right. So, that's something I help out in. Like, I try and take that aspect on. But there has to be a step further. There has to be a visual treat in everything. And that doesn't have to be a wrong visual treat. Like in terms of if you're in a middle class house, it has to be pleasant looking. But it needn't be like, grandeur. That is not like, I feel that's the confusion very often, that just for the sake of showing grandeur, you go crazy. There's a beauty about being middle class. There's a beauty about being simple, and that also needs a lot of makeup. Like when people say no makeup look, no makeup look is also a look. It is makeup. It's just about doing it well. So when you're talking about technology also, if you want it to look in a certain way, you have to use the right kind of thing, and that is technology, eventually. So I definitely have seen that change. And even with Wade, I have seen Ritesh ask for some things which when he was shooting, like, and I would be like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, do you need all of that? And he was very clear that I need it. We found ways of making it happen. And I think as a producer and, apart from being the actor, I'm happy that we gave it our best.
You know, it looks that you all gave your best.
No, I'll just add one thing. You know, when you talk about anything new, anything technological advancement that's happening within the cinematic world, how do you use that in your film? So, you know, Ved Lavle song with Salman Bhau that we did, we have done that in Unreal Engine software.
Okay.
And that's definitely the first Marathi song, and probably there's no song in Hindi film that is done on an Unreal Engine till now.
Right. Do you want to tell the audience what this is? This is an audience that we don't
So
understand.
I'll tell you what. Unreal Engine is a software that we use,
Right.
and we shot it against green screen. We worked with Mr. Jayant from Famous Studios, the VFX studios that they have, and we created the entire street. Also because it was to be shot during rains, and we couldn't shoot outdoor, and the song was supposed to be outdoor and at night. So we decided to make the entire sets, and we modeled the entire set on computer graphics. And then what we did is we knew exactly where we were shooting, just the touch points were made. And then we had Bhai and we shot the entire song. Post that, we went and we exactly knew what we wanted. So every time we wanted to change the window, put some light, put some trees, and the idea is that once you shift the camera, right, the entire model starts shifting with the camera.
Right.
So it's put on the software, and that's what. And this is of course time constraint and within for a Marathi film, whatever we could do, because you know, definitely if you're doing it on a larger scale, you need that kind of budgets.
Right.
But we could do it smartly
Right.
and effectively.
Right.
Because it's important that when people see the song, they feel, oh, it's like a regular normal song and it's a good song. So
Right.
The beauty of VFX is also the fact that you should not feel that there's some work done. You should look as natural as possible and enjoy the song. You
Right.
see sometimes of course you want them to be wowed by the VFX. That's a different approach. But my job here in the song is not for you to be wowed by VFX. I want you to look at. You have Mr. Salman Khan in the center dancing with the protagonist of the film, and that's what you want. Hi guys, this is Ritesh Deshmukh,
Hi, this is Janelia Deshmukh.
and you're watching Bollywood Hangama.